Hello, my family and friends. So, there's been a lot of changes happening, and there's going to be a bit of a shift. It's nothing very bad, and I cannot wait to start this new segment again because we have a lot we're going to talk about somewhat, and we are going shopping again, but for a different reason. So, we are going to start our day, well, our evening, and we're going to go from there. Okay, my family, so first of all, I got to show you this. So apparently, I have an attitude. Who knew, right? Must I have it fun. I saw that Highland shirt and I couldn't resist it. So it was one of those things. I do want to say first off, my name is Carrie, and this is Parton's Heritage Homestead. I am a Mediterranean homestead and very proud of it. I am healthier than I have ever been before, and I am willing to share with what I know. I am no doctor. I am no nutritionist. I know what I do, and I know what's working for us. And I'm willing to reach out for anybody who is also wanting to learn. So I decided to do these new segments because I wanted to go further detail per se into what the Mediterranean lifestyle is. It's not just a diet. This is a lifestyle. I'm going to prove that you can eat healthy on a budget. I'm going to prove that you can eat healthy and it's not as expensive as everybody thinks it is. And I'm going to show you how. The shift that happened. Well, after 5 years dedication to a job, my husband, as of today, starts a whole new job. It's a bittersweet situation, and it's definitely a change. But he no longer works days, he works nights. So therefore, this is a shift that's happening with me because I'm having to work. It's a mess. I've actually literally got a headache, y'all, and I'm just trying to do this at the moment. Once I get this situated, we will be back on a pattern again. I also want to say thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. We are growing, and I couldn't be more blessed in my entire life. We are finally growing. And so for those of you who, and I've noticed you said, one, bless her heart, at least this poor lady shed tears. That touched me deep. She said that she had lost me, that she got unsubscribed, and it devastated her. Welcome home, darling. For all of you who are finding us again, welcome home. I am so glad to have you back here. For all who are new, thank you for subscribing and for being a part of our family and our home. We welcome you home as well. Thank you so much. Now, I do have to say this. Miss Sandra, thank you, darling, for making adulting fun. It's the only thing I could say. Y'all know I love doing coffee time with you, and there is tea time as well. So Miss Sandra made adulting fun for me, especially when it comes this winter, because I absolutely love doing a lot of tea. And she sent me these little bundles of tea, and the cutest little honey pot ever. I saw this and I just melted. That is adorable. And this is what, well, it makes adulting fun when it's hard sometimes. And then I have to say, there was another letter. And as a promise, I'm not going to mention this name. But this letter touched me so, so deep. And brought me down to reality as to why I did this in the first place with this channel. So many are also coming here because they look for the answers to becoming healthy and they really don't know. I've seen it myself, y'all. I see all the recipes in the Mediterranean lifestyle, but not how in the resources, not is what's the best way, what is the best to use, so on and so forth. And then the fact is what can I fill my pantry with? Is there a substitute I can use that I can afford? So that's my goal. My goal is there are many things with recipes, and yes, we will do once a week on Fridays, a recipe Friday from an authentic Mediterranean food. However, and I still will do my recipes with you, but my goal is to teach you how to do this on a budget or economically, because I'm right there with y'all, more than you will know. As far as doing the curtains and the apron and showing you how to do that, unfortunately at this time, that's not going to happen. We tried that machine that my husband had been fixing up for me, and it's the first time I actually plugged it in to try it, and unfortunately it is not going to work. So that's resorting me down to, for the first time in, Lord have mercy, over 15-20 years, because I had a machine for a very, very long time and it went out on me, so we tried to fix up another one, and unfortunately after all these years I am going to have to save up to buy a new sewing machine. So unfortunately, y'all, we're just going to have to wait a little longer before I teach you how to make your own aprons if you were interested, or I may make them and make my own little store in them. But for right now, I have to wait until I can get a machine, so I apologize to you for that one. I don't like making false promises with something that I can't. So I did say we were going to test it, and I was really hopeful, but unfortunately I just have to break down and buy a new one, and that bothers me, so it's got to be a heavy duty too on top of it. So anyways, that's going to have to wait. Now we are looking to go to Aldi's as soon as I can, y'all, but right now we got to go through this shift changing and all this paperwork and all this other stuff before I can become settled. Occasionally my husband has to work weekends, but most weekends he's off, so we can go probably on a Saturday to Aldi's together and do a video for you. But for now, all I have is Walmart. And honestly, that's for a lot of people use Aldi's or Walmart. So in this case, we are going with olive oils, and we're going to do protein meat. I think these two are the most important in your Mediterranean cooking and food. And although this is not coffee time, y'all, these are still segments to a healthier lifestyle that is very important. The protein can be hard if you don't know what you're looking for, but I'm going to teach you how to do it economically. The olive oils, again, olive oil is a main #1 factor in Mediterranean. It is used highly, but again, I am going to do this economically. However, I also want you as authentic as possible, because believe it or not, y'all, there is olive oils on the shelves that are not basically olive oil. I've talked before that you want an olive oil that has that slight burn down your throat. If it is too mild and does not have that, more than likely you are having a mixed olive oil with vegetable oil, canola oil, or any other kind of mix that goes in it. That is not authentic. Also, when you go to cook with it, it will have kind of a it's a hard description. It's not, it's a bitter, it's not a pleasant. A real olive oil has a very nice nutty flavor with a burning sensation. So big difference. Today I am going to take you to Walmart and I'm going to show you the best olive oils and the most. And olive oil is expensive, I get that, trust me, I get that. And I'm kind of upset because my olive oil that I currently buy constantly has just gone up in price. So I understand, but I'm also working with you with what is the most reasonably priced authentic olive oils that you can get. So I hope you're ready because we're fixing to go take a drive and we're going to go to Walmart and do a little bit of shopping. Okay, y'all, so we are here at Walmart. Now I'm going to show you something right quick too. I did say fresh is best, but sometimes you're going to have to alternate just if you're on a budget. Here's a prime example. Hang on a second. Alright, we'd use limes or lemons that are fresh, but honestly, these little bitty limes like this at $1 a piece can make a difference in somebody's budget. So you know what? Let me take you to what is acceptable. Alright, so for 98 cents, you can get a bottle of lemon juice, one of these if you wanted, or lime juice. These are acceptable instead of having to pay this much for little limes. Look, I'm gonna tell you, they say this is best and that's best, but you know what? It's juice. At this point, yes, I agree, it is best. However, we're on a budget these days and we're still wanting to eat healthy, so I'm the person that's going to give you the alternatives until you can get the real thing. I will be an advocate to the real thing as well, but I've also had to use the alternatives, and this is some of it. Okay, y'all, so another product used in Mediterranean food a lot would be your cucumbers. Now, we can usually choose one of the best cucumbers. Now, although these are 64 cents, these English cucumbers are 98 cents each, but they are the best basically for the seedless and for your tzatziki sauces. So these are great for your salads and so on and so forth. Very affordable. And I mean, they're a pretty good size too, y'all. So these are absolutely affordable and easy to work with. Okay, y'all, so we are at just one of the scariest things when it comes to the Mediterranean foods. And basically this can get confusing. It did for me. I did my research until I learned what was the ultimate close to olive oil compared to a mixed olive oil. Now, a few things I'm going to point out. Number one, glass bottles or dark bottles, preferably glass. Glass is better, but you don't want anything that looks like this. If it is see-through, step away from that. Don't look at it. And I know the price will tell you it's $6.64. Look at that little bottle. This is not authentic, y'all. You are not going to get the most out of your health out of those bottles of olive oil. Now, I'm going to show you the key factors to know, is an olive oil real or not? Now, mind you, you see we got this organic. Okay, so I'm going to look at this organic, and I'm looking for something in particular. Organic. It says organic extra virgin olive oil, but there's something missing. So let me show you what that is. Okay, this one frustrates me to no end. Now this right here, hang on, I'm trying not to make y'all dizzy. This is the olive oil I use. This is the one that is, to me, the ultimate olive oil out of all of them. This is a glass bottle, but there is something in particular, and I'm going to bring this close to you. Let's see if I can get it this way. Do you see what that says on harvest date? It was 23/24. The best buy date is 12/06/2025. Y'all, this is a product of Italy, and this is an authentic olive oil. I use this constantly. This also burns my throat. You want to find one that has that harvest date. Now let me show you back to that organic olive oil that we looked at. Now the price for that one that I just got, and unfortunately this is what frustrates me, they only keep a few bottles on hand. This is the one that went up from $11.97 to $12.22. They do have a smaller downgrade version that's a little bit more affordable if you cannot afford that one. This bottle here, it's the same thing, under $10. Let's see how many ounces is in this bottle. 500 milliliters, 16.9 ounces versus the one that I have is, hang on y'all, 25.5 fluid ounces. So you get just a little over 16 on this one for under $10. But that's just one of the authentics. Now you can use all these others Partanas as well, but each one does different. The one I use the most is the Robust. So if you were going to, now this one here, unfiltered olive oil, it's cold pressed, it is one of the best, but as you see it's $15. I usually use this one here. You can use these others. I'm not exactly sure. This one is delicate and buttery, I would say, and it's also mild, and the other one is smooth. So they are more, I would say, on a dressing salad, more of a type than anything else. Although you can use it for whatever, it doesn't matter. Now, back to this organic, and I'm going to show you what I see. There's a lot number and there's a best buy, but there is no harvest, y'all. This is going to be a mixed olive oil. Don't let this fool you. Please don't let this fool you. It's not going to be the real deal. The second option for the real deal, and it is the higher end of your olive oils, and this will be your California Ranch. Yes, California Ranch is another good olive oil, but it is on your higher end. This is the reason I went to Partanas. I want as close or as best of olive oil as I could possibly get without the extreme high cost. So I budget, and this is how I make it. So, and there's not saying you don't have to just have olive oil, y'all. You can use avocado oils. You can use coconut oils. You can use any of those as well. You don't have to stick with just an olive oil. I will say though, again, be very careful even with these blends. So this can get confusing. Remember, stay away from these clear bottle olive oils. That's not real, y'all. That is just, that's no better than cooking oil. There are some that have the dark, but they're not exactly olive oil either. They won't have that burn sensation that you're looking for. And as far as the rest of these bottles, I'm not sure about them because I have not tried them yet. But again, you want to look for this one says Gold Award winner, but does it have what I'm looking for? Does it have that harvest date? Product of Tunisia, but you know what? I'm not seeing it. So these are what I would say. Look for your harvest dates. That's going to be your best bet. Alright, y'all, and hubby decided to join me a little bit. Okay, so here is where it gets another scary, your protein. So we're going to start with the fish department. Now, there is nothing wrong with trying to find a sale on very fresh salmon. Just make sure it's not completely out of date. Salmon can be expensive, however, salmon is also an extremely good protein. But I have another alternative if you're not able to afford it. And I like this salmon right here. This is a nice Atlantic, but it's like $17.87. But you get this huge old piece. But we can go to the frozen department. There's nothing wrong with that, so let's go over there. Okay, shrimp. Shrimp is a good protein. It is used in the Mediterranean diet. Shrimp is actually a little bit more affordable. I get I think that's $5.68 at this one. So these can be affordable. There's some for $5. You can use shrimp. A couple other ones. So this is where I come and look at now. Now, you got your wild caught grouper and snapper. You can use any of these proteins. The one I'm going to tell you to stay away from, honestly, it is not really it is not a healthy fish. Tilapia. I will not choose tilapia in anything, and you will find in the Mediterranean lifestyle there is no tilapia ever on anybody's plate. We have cod, we have whiting, we have haddock. Any of these fishes are acceptable. Flounder. Now look, you can get a big old thing of flounder, 32 ounces of it, 2 pounds for $10.78. Honestly, y'all, that is a good budget. So look at your frozen fish. This works. Here's you some nice, beautiful cod chunks for $7.96. This can work and affordable. But again, there's another option. Let's go to your other type of proteins. So here's where we are going to shop wisely. Okay, so let's start with chicken breast. We know that chicken is another top runner when it comes to the Mediterranean food. However, we know that chicken breast I'm sitting here looking at is $2.67 a pound. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breasts for $13.27. Okay, that's a bit high. Now I see chicken thighs here for $3.46 a pound, and that's $12.67. But remember, we're shopping frugally, right? So let me show you a couple options that you can do this on a budget. Number one, look at your leg quarters. Now your leg quarters consist of what? Legs and thighs. At $1.54, you can do this by cutting the legs off the thigh, have your chicken thighs, and yes, you can use the chicken legs for another meal. Another option, you have this big old bag of leg quarters for $8.72. Yeah, how many pounds, babies? 10 pounds of chicken. Cut those legs off that thigh to divide your meals, and I can guarantee you, you have, if you're even a big family, you have 2 meals out of that. And if you're a family of 2 like me and my husband, you've got 4. That's another option. These are how you stretch your money. Now, over here, chicken thighs with the skin on it. If you don't want skin, take the skin off. Don't pay for the price for them to do it, considering this is $1.77 a pound. Now I'm sure Aldi's has it cheaper. And this entire pack of thighs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pieces of chicken thighs, y'all, for $8.34. Shop wisely. Don't pay for the convenience of them taking off the skin for you at $13 when you can pay under $9 for 10 pieces of chicken thighs. Shop wisely, or cut them yourself and get more for your money. This is how you make the Mediterranean lifestyle work. Here's another option. You can do whole chickens. Matter of fact, you can do whole chickens in your recipes if you wanted to. So there's your breast in here as well. Look for sales. Make your sales your number one priority. I'll give you some more proteins that are good to use. Okay, honestly, I will tell you, pork is not used a whole lot in the Mediterranean lifestyle, but you can use it. Lean cuts, a tenderloin, or if you find chops on sale, cut the fat off and make it leaner. You can actually do that. Your other ones will be your beef. Now this is going to be your most expensive protein. Shop wisely. And I will tell you, if you're not able to do your beef right now, that's perfectly fine. You can use chicken and turkey and fish. Any of these will work. So, and yes, everybody loves their beef. You can use ground hamburger. Yes, you can. So, just choose your sales wisely as far as this is concerned. Okay, so here is an example of finding something on sale. So we got sizzle steaks, and these here are $10.78. They're thin cuts of steaks. Here's one for $9.52. And I'll give you an example. You're going to see this and go, well, what am I going to use this for? How can I use this in a Mediterranean dish? Haha, but wait, let me tell you. Okay, so here's what you can do. You can make, honestly, it's kind of, you wouldn't say it's Mediterranean, but you can make fajitas out of this, y'all. You can make shawarmas out of this. You can make gyros out of this. There are several dishes that you can make with beef that you can use these thin cuts for. Here's a actually very much healthier if you wanted to do it yourself, not just fajitas, but you can make stroganoff, beef stroganoff out of this, and naturally homemade comes out a lot better. So you can do stir fries, amazing healthy stir fries with this. Several ideas what to do with very cheap cuts and thin cuts as well. Don't be afraid to use your ground turkeys or your ground chickens. Trust me when I say these are absolutely good meals as well. As a matter of fact, I'm working on one now with ground chicken for gyros, ground chicken gyro bowls. So you can absolutely use this. They are highly useful. Okay, y'all, so we're going to show you another option here. You have 2 Cornish hens. These are perfect for 2 people. This is 4 meals, or 2 meals, I should say. 1 per meal with a half for each. Now, these are $10.54 for 2 of these, but this makes an excellent protein. You can use this to make homemade pot pies out of this. You can use this to make several, and I mean several, chicken shawarmas and all the other Mediterranean foods that you have with chicken bowls, chicken salads. There's so much you can do even with this. It's perfect, actually. And if you are on an extreme budget, let me show you other options you can absolutely use in the Mediterranean lifestyle. Yes, you can use canned chicken meat. It is absolutely acceptable. Now it's $8.72 for, I think these are 4 cans of this. 1, 2, 3, yes, 4 cans. Or you got 2 cans for $5. You can, anything you make with the chicken, you can use this. Even if you can your own chicken, you can absolutely use this. You can use tuna. I eat tuna a lot. Tuna is amazing. If you can't afford other types of salmon, there is a way you can do this. You can make salmon patties with the canned salmon. We may be able to find them at Aldi's. We have to go to Aldi's this weekend to make sure to check the prices out for that. So, what you say, Hubby? We gonna go to Aldi's?
Yep.
So these are options, y'all, and honestly you can use mackerel as well. So these are options that you can use. Here's a sake salmon for $1.14, and that other salmon blacktop was $3.48. Just look for your prices, what matches best for you, and go from there. But these are other options if you're on a very, very tight budget. Now, honestly, people may snarl their nose up at this, but let me show you something else. Do you know that these, even as a snack or a lunch, these are super power proteins at 98 cents. This is highly used even in the Mediterranean lifestyle. So use your sources, y'all. Everything isn't as expensive as you might think it is. I mean, you can even have this right here if you wanted to go that route. I probably would stay away from the prepackaged stuff. And yes, you can have add more salt in that in your canned goods, but just watch what you have. Now they're saying, I usually have my tuna in water, but they're saying best is in oil. So I don't know about that. I have not done it. I just keep it with water and I use it at that. So that is best for you. You choose which one you want. Another inexpensive, affordable power protein used a lot in the Mediterranean lifestyle will be your dried beans. Large lima beans, y'all, this is your butter beans right here. Let's see some of the other beans that we use. You can use the Great Northern beans if you want to. The most general, and if you can't do them by dry and find them because it's hard, chickpeas is one of them. Cannellini beans is another, but let me take you in the direction of where you can, if you can find them on a sale. Okay, so if you cannot find them by the dry, we're going to go with the canned. You can find cannellini beans, which is used in the garlic parmesan Mediterranean beans that I've showed you, 86 cents a can. Can we find them cheaper at Aldi's? I don't know, but we will find out. Chickpeas, you know this is our hummus, y'all, 86 cents for hummus. I also want to show you where to get your tahini. I said that we can use that as well, and I'm going to show you where we get this. So chickpeas is one of them. These are other options to stock your pantry up that are affordable, y'all. Now, when I started stocking them, I paid a lot more than that, so they dropped since then. 86 cents a can is about, right now, the going rate, but like I said, we don't know what Aldi's is doing. So these are options here. Now, I showed you, let me show you butter beans versus the big lima beans, which is actually your butter beans dry. Let me show you if I can find them. It has been a hard time trying to find butter beans in a can. Okay, y'all, so here are your butter beans. Now, these are your large butter beans. They're $1.47 a can. Or you can get your seasoned butter beans for $1.47 a can. Y'all, I'm going to encourage you, take these, which is 1 pound. Now, check this out, y'all. Here's 1 pound of butter beans in a can for $1.47. Now, hold on. Now here's your dry weight, 1 pound of large lima beans, which are butter beans for $1.98. You're going to get a whole lot more out of this dry weight than you are from the can weight, and you're going to get more for your money by doing so. So I'm going to encourage you, instead of buying those by the can, do them by the dry. All right, y'all, here's the other catch. This is an extremely big catch, and if not caught right, you wouldn't know what to do. So, Greek or yogurt. Yogurt is used in Mediterranean lifestyle as well, absolutely. Mostly Greek. Now, you would say you would look at all this different varieties, and it can get confusing, all this most expensive varieties of yogurt, and get seriously confused. Okay, well, let me kind of simplify this. Number one, let me show you some of these. Now you got your Chobani Greek yogurt for these cups for $3.98. However, let me read you what's in the ingredients you want to avoid. There is 14 grams of sugar with 9 added grams of sugar, y'all. So what is causing all that sugar? You've got your cultured non-fat. Let me bring this in for you. Your peaches, cane sugar, your water, your fruit pectin, natural flavors, gargum, lemon juice concentrate, locust bean gum. Seriously, y'all, let me simplify this for you, okay? Don't fall for the hype of having to get these fancy, flavored, full of sugar, not good for you yogurts. Take and find a good plain Greek yogurt. Now, let me see if I can find it, because I'm looking at it for myself. So once I find it, I'll let you know. Okay, y'all, so this isn't the brand I normally do, but I'm just going to show you an example, okay? So this is Chobani's plain Greek yogurt. Now, if you will look, there is 6 grams of sugar. There is absolutely no added sugars to this. You want to sweeten this up. Go get you some fresh strawberries, some fresh or frozen fruit. Put it in there with your yogurt. Add a little drizzle of honey, and I guarantee you, you're not going to have as much sugar coming out of this and more natural foods than you will have coming out of this processed stuff already done for you. You're going to come out better making it up yourself. That's how I eat my yogurt, and that's the reason I maintain a little better than I'm able to with this stuff. I got caught up in that wrap, and y'all, it will put weight on you. All that extra sugar is unnecessary, and that's what you're paying for when it's easier. Now, Chobani's is not cheap, I will say. That's $5.58, but I can usually get Greek yogurt for $3.54 for 32 ounces, Walmart brand. It works just the same versus $3.98 for 4 little tiny containers full of over 20 grams of sugar. No, that's not a gain. That's definitely a deterrence for me. Okay, my family, so now we are back home. That would conclude the segment to this video. I am hoping, please let me know in the comments below if these segments are helping you out to understand a little bit more about stocking your pantry for a Mediterranean lifestyle, if it's helping you understand about budgeting and how to be able to maintain a Mediterranean lifestyle on a budget or cheaper than what you would think. There is so much more that I can do with you, and I have heard from many of you, sorry, hang on. I have heard from many of you that these are helping, which makes me really happy. So I'm hoping the further I go into this, being more detail with you, it'll help you click. It will eventually, I promise you, it will eventually click. Again, as much homegrown that you can do or home canning you can do is even better. But if you can't, it is not impossible to be able to prepare your pantry, catch a sale, stock extras, use your proteins wisely. Some of the things you can do with the chicken, canned chicken, isn't just, you can do chicken salads, or you can do chicken soup. Lemon agavamone, that is a really good soup, so you can use that chicken. Ground chicken or ground turkey, not just, you can make it into a meatloaf, meatballs, or you can make them into burgers. They make amazing Mediterranean burgers. So don't limit yourself to certain meats either. Don't limit your proteins, but you want leaner proteins. Just go the option that you can to put it on your shelf. There's no right or wrong way on the Mediterranean. Now, you don't have to be rich to do this, and I'm hoping I'm proving that to you. I'm far from rich, you all, but we're doing this. So I'm hoping this helps you. And until next time, we got much more to do. Until next time, much love from Parton's Heritage Homestead.